Hey guys, it's Jamie. I have not made a video in a few weeks, partially because I've been really busy at work, but partially because someone really hurt my feelings, which is stupid. So I've been posting these videos partially so that my friends and family can know what's going on as I go through this journey, and partially because I've watched so many people's videos. Like if you watch on YouTube, you look at what I'm looking at other people's videos, because this journey is scary and it's unknown, and you don't know what's happening with your body, and you don't know what you're supposed to eat, and you don't know how you're supposed to feel, and you're curious about what your skin's going to look like, and what your scars are going to look like, and what sex is going to be like, and you just don't know. And so you walk through this journey with other people who have been walking it as well, and you build this community of people who have this similar experience, which I think is really vital. So I posted a video, and most of my comments from people have been really encouraging, like, "You go girl," or "This is awesome." Or they've been people who have been through their own journey and they say, "Oh, I call this this," or "This is what that is," and that's really valuable to me. Or they're people who want to go on this journey and they say, "Thank you so much for sharing. This is good information." But I got a comment the other day that said that I was super self-absorbed, which surprisingly hurt my feelings, because I thought about it and I responded and I said, well, maybe I'm self-absorbed, but my intention for these videos is to help people the way people have helped me. And then this person wrote back again and said, "No, I think you like to hear yourself talk about yourself, and basically, like, you're shallow and stupid." To which I think, like, well, then don't comment, just don't watch. But I was thinking that it's really interesting because, to an extent, I suppose anybody who posts videos about themselves on YouTube is somewhat self-absorbed, right? Because we're just talking about ourselves or our journeys. But then I was taking that a step farther, and I was thinking, I have friends who are musicians, and they're crazy talented musicians, and they listen to their own recordings of their songs like over and over and over again, and then they'll like play them for you, and then they'll play them again, and then they kind of like dissect it, or they have an amazing song and they want you to listen. Or I have a friend who's a bodybuilder, and he is constantly upping his weights, and he'll take pictures at the gym of him lifting weights, and he'll post them on Facebook or YouTube, or he'll share, and because it's this huge accomplishment and he wants to share. And I was just thinking, in general, across the board, Facebook and YouTube and even Pinterest, like, that's what we do now, is we say, here's my life, look at it. Here is even like how I'm presenting my life to you, so that you can see what my life is like. And so the thing that I was struggling with or thinking about is, like, are we all just super self-absorbed? Maybe. But I know for myself that I have been the benefactor of people and their videos and them talking about their lives. And so I hope that I will be the same for you. And if I'm not, then you don't have to watch. And if I am, praise the Lord. So there's that. So some updates. I am 13 weeks post-op. My pre-surgery weight was 346, I believe. My day of surgery weight was 316, so I had to lose 30 pounds before surgery. And the last time I weighed in, which was the first, so it's been a while, I was at 277, so that's 70 pounds down since my surgery, which is really exciting. I feel really proud of that, because I've worked hard, and this is not easy. People who are thinking about doing this, let me tell you, it's not easy. And I'm sure that there are people who get the surgery and then just continue their lives per usual, and you sit on the couch and you're inactive and you don't do anything. But for me, it hasn't been easy. I get up, I go to the gym pretty much daily. I go 6 days a week, and I started doing the Beachbody size video, which I love. I'll talk about that at some point. This is so good. It's super fun. It's dancing. And, you know, we're planning a trip to San Francisco for a funeral, and we're going to take one day for just my husband and I, and we were deciding what to do. And I said that I want to go to Pacifica and go on a hike along the coast, which, like, I never would have said that 70 pounds ago. So it's exciting, but it's really hard. And today I want to talk about something else that was really hard, is that I have been losing my hair. You cannot tell as much right now because I have an amazing hairstylist who just dyed it, and it made all the roots darker. But if you can see, it's much thinner than it ever was before. And it's been falling out in like chunks in the bathtub. And then I cried. We went and did a Build-A-Bear workshop, and my husband took pictures of me doing the Build-A-Bear to send to my niece and nephew. And there was like a full out, like, bald spot in the picture. And then I cried at the Mall of America. And my husband was amazing and was like, I think you're beautiful even if you're bald. So that's really hard. You know, and it'll grow back, and it's just a step in this journey. But, you know, it's bullshit if people say that this journey is easy. And truthfully, if people think that this journey makes you self-absorbed, then I guess it does. But I think that's okay, because I think for the first time in my whole life, maybe, I'm thinking about myself in a really healthy way, about how am I taking care of myself emotionally and mentally and physically, and what can I do, and how can I be great, and how can I grow, and how can I experience new things, and I don't think that's anything to be ashamed of. So there's that. My hair is naturally really, really blonde. It's actually blonder than this naturally, and so I get the roots darkened. This is called pony lights, and I think that helps. So if you're going bald, darken your roots, because it actually helps. And then they also have this like root powder that is supposed to help you if your roots are growing out, but if you put it in, it also kind of covers your scalp, and so your scalp doesn't look quite so see-through. Yeah, so that's what I got about that. The other thing I was going to show you was what my big stomach looks like. So 3 months post-op, people have asked a lot about the scars and what scarring looks like. And so I'll just show you, I'll show you my scars. So I'm going to pause it so I can stand up. Hi. Okay, this is a body shot. Getting skinnier. And these are my scars. Don't judge my big belly. But they're really little. Super, super tiny. You can't even see some of them. So that's not the end of the world, those scars. You know, people have been talking about whether or not they want to do this, and people have said like, oh, I don't want scars on my stomach, or I don't want to have loose skin, which has been freaking me out, because I'm gonna have loose skin, I'll tell you right now. It's already getting loose. Or I don't want to lose my hair, which is kind of legit. But it's crazy that we would rather be morbidly obese, or for me super obese and unhealthy, than have scars on our belly, when it's not like we're showing people our bellies when we're 350 pounds, you know? Or even hair loss. Like, I keep saying to myself, even though it's really hard, that I would rather have less hair and be able to run a mile than to have a full set of hair and feel winded walking up the stairs. You have to like tell yourself like little mantras, you know. it's really important to keep you going, because then when something happens that is really hard, you have to say, it's worth it, because I may throw up sometimes because I eat too fast, but it's worth it because I'm starting to understand food and what my body does more than ever, and I'm not emotionally eating. I may be losing my hair, but it's worth it because I feel stronger than I've ever felt. My skin may be loose or getting loose, but it's worth it because I am, I'm going to live longer because I'm not so overweight. So it's just my 2 cents. This video ends up being a little longer, but there you have it. Weight loss update, hair loss, some scars, and we're probably all self-absorbed, but praise the Lord, because at least someone's taking care of us at this point. Thanks for rooting for me, those of you who are rooting for me. It literally matters to me and makes me feel strong and makes me feel brave, and know that I'm rooting for you too.